left-hand batsman. He'll enjoy this opportunity coming in as a night watchman. He batted quite well in the first innings, so he's had a bit of time out in the middle, and what's more, it was today. So he's now used to the pace and bounce of this pitch. And the good thing about sending him in as a night watchman, if he's still there tomorrow, he's got a few shots and he can keep the score moving along. And he can get some singles to give Sehwag the strike. The last thing you want, all right, it's terrific to have a guy come in there tonight and survive, but you don't want him clogging up the game the next morning and getting in the way of the batsman down the other end. So not a bad choice as night watchman. No way that can be out. Pitching outside leg.
Yeah, suddenly the Australians sense that here is a chance to get a wicket or two and put pressure on the Indians now. Wrest the initiative back.
That's over. India on 52 for 1. And it is 7 o'clock, so that stumps.
Nasty delivery. He's done exactly that. Now there are words exchanged. You saw yesterday Pathan hitting Lee and having a giggle and saying a few words. Fast bowlers, don't forget, it's Lee's turn now. And he does the same thing. Hits Pathan and walks up. Good morning, it's day 3. My turn now. Pathan. Oh, well, that's fair. Got to get me out. Another one. Some heat out in the middle.
That's good to watch. Some positive thing going on. Irfan is getting his own medicine.
Looking good.
I think the ball is not swinging, so Lee decided he's just going to bomb him.
Now this is what happened yesterday. And have a look at Pathan after he hits Lee on the arm guard. Goes straight up. A few words. And the difference today is Pathan has the bat in his hand and Lee has the ball. Good shot. Struck on the up, down the ground. And a boundary there for Irfan Pathan. A quality shot. Good thing to see was he was not stuck on the back foot. He was prepared to go forward if the ball was pitched up.
That was a top shot by him, being a tail-ender. And look at the front foot there. Played on the up as well. What happens generally, batsman comes at number 8 or number 9, tends to come on a back foot first, especially against the likes of Lee, against the pace bowler. But this time, played 2 bounces, and the third ball he was on a front foot and played the straight back towards mid-on. Beautifully played shot.
And again, nicely behind it. This is good cricket. Pathan sending a statement, a message to the bowler that yes, you can bowl a few shots.
That is as fine a shot as any you will see. Just a lovely sound of bat on ball. And this outfield was always going to be too quick. It never made ground. 90 for 3, and Irfan Pathan goes past 1,000 runs in Test cricket. Well played, young man.
He's looked good, hasn't he, Irfan Pathan?
There's a lot to like about his cricket. He's a very determined young cricketer, and the thing about, as a captain, sending him in as night watchman, you know that he wants to bat up the order. He's the sort of guy who's always volunteering. I want to open, captain. I want to bat number 3. I want to do the night watchman's job. So as a captain, you've got confidence in sending a man like that out there to do the job. And the other thing about him is he's got some shots, so he doesn't clog things up the next morning.
That's worked away on the onside. He looked for 2 and get it comfortably. What I like is that he's got an organized technique. He's got good defense. He's gutsy. He's prepared to get behind the line. He's doing a good job here for the Indians. I think the more he develops, if he can keep his bowling going, I firmly believe India don't need a number 6 in India. He can bat at 6 and be the all-rounder. Dhoni at 7. That's 4. Sliced away through the offside.
There's one other crucial aspect of his batting that makes him a good night watchman, Ravi, and that's his running between wickets. Sometimes that can be a nightmare. You send a bowler out there to do the job the next day, and he's with a batsman. The batsman knows what he's doing with the running between wickets, but the bowler hasn't got a clue, and it can be a real mix-up to the point where the batsman gets run out and then it's a disaster. But he knows exactly what he's doing with his running between wickets.
Well, he's gone past 1,000 runs in Test match cricket. He's close to getting 100 wickets, so he's very close to getting the double. Just went off the boil for a year and a half, but he's gone back to domestic cricket, worked hard. He's played well. Left a lot of deliveries alone, but he's played some good shots down the ground. Quite prepared to get onto the front foot. That's into the boundary as well. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Leg by signal, but these are useful runs.
Yeah, that lead stretching out now, 228 for Australia. You can see Ponting looking around there. He's going to be very concerned about runs, and that's the other thing about these runs coming quickly for India. It means that Ponting's got to start thinking about saving some of those runs, which means that he weakens the attacking part of his field placings.
Oh, sweetly timed. Third boundary of the over and the best of the lot. 14 runs coming off that last over, and India get a move on. 114 for 3. That's edged in the gap and into the boundary. Ponting kicks the turf. Should I have had another man there?
Good pace and bounce there from Mitchell Johnson. You can see that ball rose quite sharply. Didn't carry to Hussey, who's already grasped one this morning. This is a really good contest. Both sides realising that the win is on and it's up there for grabs. Whichever team can hold their nerve in this situation can go on to win.
That's a cracking shot. They stood up tall and put it away backward of point. Consecutive boundaries, and Pathan continues to impress. He's moved on to 35.
Well, he's a smart young cricketer, Irfan Pathan. You can bet that he's worked out there's an opportunity in Adelaide. India are going to want to play 5 bowlers in Adelaide. It's that sort of pitch where you need the 3 quickies and the 2 spinners. He's realised there's an opportunity. If he can make his name as an all-rounder, or if he can show the selection panel that he's got the capabilities to be an all-rounder, and he's showing here that he's got the capability to bat at number 6 most definitely, then he virtually makes it impossible for the selectors to leave him out of the Adelaide Test match.
He's a certainty now. He's looked so organised. You hardly would say he's a night watchman. If someone pitched up at the ground today, seeing him bat the first time, they will think he's a regular batsman.
You can tell that Ricky Ponting is starting to get concerned about that lead. Runs are on his mind at the moment, and it's the saving of those runs that's very important for India.
There is a left-hander out there, the former Pathan. just to break things up. Two sounds.
Yeah, to make it worse today with Laxman, you've got the night watchman coming in, so he's down at 7 instead of 6, which is too low really. But I think that'll be rectified in the next test, because I think he'll be back to 3. Ball just going down the leg side. He'll be back to 3 because I think they're going to have to leave Jaffa out, and Dravid will go back to opening, and Laxman will be up to 3 with Pathan probably batting at 6.
That's a good shot. Irfan Pathan, he's into the 40s and showing why he was used as night watchman, and that's pretty good too. Andrew Simons, he's got this way of diving forward full length, can do that now because the grounds are roped in, but when it was the boundary, had to hit the fence, and you can see the guttering in the background. I don't know that he would have dived like that, but that's brilliant.
He's one of the best fielders in world cricket, and he's playing some good cricket in this series. So that was a good ball. And of the over, 158 for 5. And I think it should be lunch.
The breeze not as strong as say on the first day. Hardly any breeze yesterday, but it's picking up now.
Yeah, and it's turned around. It's coming from the west now, so it's coming from over the sea as opposed to from Central Australia in the opposite direction the last 2 mornings. And that's an outside edge, and as it has carried to Ricky Ponting, safe hands. It's a good move from Ricky Ponting to turn Stuart Clark around to the other end. He's got wind assistance, and he's certainly got that accuracy.
Well, he's been the pick of the bowlers today, just nagging away at that off stump, whether it's a right-hander or a left-hander, and just tapping at the ball this time. Irfan Pathan, fine low catch that by Ricky Ponting, the captain, and Australia have got their 6th wicket. It's 160 for 6. Irfan Pathan out for 46.